Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Missions Dice Throne playthrough. We've got Spider-Man here versus Goblin Suprise. I think that's a pretty fitting scenario choice. So let's take a look at the scenario and then we'll kind of go over our character here. So Goblin Suprise, the Green Goblin has sent a threat out to Spider-Man. Unless the web slinger reveals his identity, the staff of the Daily Bugle are doomed. His followers have already taken everyone hostage and have lit the building on fire. He's put out the fire before everyone gets hurt. Additional setup is place one of the exclamation markers on the water sources. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then it says place one on the hostage track. The goal is to put out the fire and defeat all the henchmen. Putting out the fire says when the hero ends their movement adjacent to an unused water source, move that token. Move that token onto the... Wait a minute. When a hero ends their movement phase adjacent to an unused water source, move its plot token on the fire. Then the fire has 4 plot tokens. The fire is put out. Where's the fire? Anyway. Upon completion, if you fulfill the main objective, distribute 6 health and 3 momentum, then flip the board over for final battle. If your team completes the main objective and no hostages were destroyed, gain an additional 5 health and 2 momentum. Hostage track. So, save the hostages, but be careful. Enemy crisis abilities will increase the hostage track. When the plot lands on or passes... Oh, here's the fire. I'm like, where's the fire thing? Okay, when the plot passes, that hostage is not yet been saved. It's destroyed. Saving a hostage when a henchman is defeated, the hostage adjacent to them is saved. Then put a clear token there. You count them as an empty space. Failure, you cover it with the defeat token without gaining the momentum, and then all hit players lose 1 CP, and the hostage can no longer be saved. Okay. So let's roll this to reset the crisis clock down to here. So we know that the Goblinoid's going to +2 on the track. So we've got to deal with that. The first hostage that needs to be saved is going to be him. So J. Jonah Jameson. So maybe we run up here and then get this water and then save him. Okay. Maybe that's the goal. Okay, so let's draw our hand of 4. We've got Spider-Man here. We've got our combo ability, which lets us do an additional offensive roll. We have Webbed, which makes the next attack undefendable. And we have Invisibility, which lets us do rolls against defensive rolls against undefendable attacks. Okay. How do we want to do this? So, I have to put more. I didn't put these out here. These also go here. Sorry about that. Okay. So I think we go here because we need to defeat him, and I won't take damage from both people. So we'll do that, and then we'll get the water source once we defeat him. So we're gonna go for there. We're going to fight this green thug. They've got 12 health and 2 shield. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So let's go ahead and do our rolling. Because I don't think I want to play anything. Yeah, okay. Let's see what we have. Let's see. We have a 2, we have a 4, 5, and a 6. Maybe we go for one of these. Okay, I think we keep that. So that's going to be a large straight for ensnare. Draw a card. Deal 8 damage. So the shield comes off plus this. And then inflict a webbed. So he takes a webbed. So when this token is inflicted, deal 2 damage as an isolated source of undefendable damage. So he takes 2. Then the next time the player in this token would attack with a normal attack, the attack becomes... and next time a player inflicted with this is attacked, the attack becomes undefendable damage and is immediately removed. Okay, so there's that. Then on our second main phase, we're going to do Ensnare 2 by spending 2 of our CP. Oh, hold on. Yeah, and I didn't get my card draw. The card draw was from getting that. Okay, I'm like, I don't think I did anything. Okay, so that's done with. Let's go ahead and move on to the minions. Okay. So, not activate, not activate, not activate. This hits, inflict 1 poison, deal 2 damage to all heroes. So we take a poison and take 2 damage. Now, poison, it says a player afflicted with this is dealt 1 damage during their upkeep phase. Okay. So the poison, the goblin gas happens. We do this. +2 on the crisis or the hostage track and inflict hex on everybody. Hex is there. Hex does, whenever a player afflicted with this rolls a 6, it is as if their die has been altered to a blank die face and has no value. At the conclusion of their roll, remove this token. The effect cannot be transferred by any means, but can be removed. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm going to chill where I am, just going to take him out, being that moved, and we can get rid of him. We can save him pretty quickly. Or can I take him out this turn? Maybe I move up to here. We'll go here. And we'll get this, which is going to give us this evasion deal. We're going to take a damage on our upkeep phase and get a CP. Now this token allows us to evasion. It says when a player with this token receives damage, they may choose to spend it. If they do, roll a die. If the outcome is 1 or 2, receive no damage is received. Multiple tokens may be spent to prevent the same source of damage. Okay. All right. Let's spend 1 CP to remove this. And then let's roll against this guy again. And then 6s are blank, so I've got to re-roll them. They're not going to do us any good. Let's keep those, and maybe we can get... Okay, there's that, so I need a 1. Do I have something that'll give me a 1? Okay. Okay, I just rolled it naturally. Okay, so there's a large straight. We draw a card. We deal 9 damage and inflict webbing. He's defeated. So that's gone. He's defeated, so we're going to get 2 momentum for defeating him. And then it says whenever a hostage is... When a henchman is defeated, the hostage against them is saved. Okay, so that hostage is saved. Oh yeah, and we got this to place this here. Nice. Okay, that's going to be our go. And then this gets removed. Okay, let's roll this. All right, so the green thugs are going to attack. He's going to attack us for 9. We have... We'll do spider sense, so we roll 2 dice, and on a spider symbol we reduce half the damage to round it up. We didn't get that. Do I want to activate this? I'll do that. So roll 1 die, and if we go to 1 or 2, we won't take any damage. Okay, well we didn't get anything for that. So we take 9. He takes nothing. I don't think I have any cards that would matter. Yep. And then, so that activates... He activates with ranged, inflicts burn, and deals 4. I will spend a momentum to block it because it's ranged, and we'll do our counter punch defensive roll. So it does 1 damage back to him. And then this activates, we take 2 collateral and get that. Okay, we do this. Hostage track moves by 2 and inflict disruption to all heroes. Disruption does... During upkeep, a player afflicted with this token may choose to lose 1 CP. If they do not or cannot, they receive 2 damage instead. Then the token is removed. Okay, so I think I'm going to move here. This will get us this off. We'll get to remove a negative status. We'll remove the burn. We take a damage from this. And then I can lose a I'll gain a CP and draw a card, and I'm gonna choose not to do that, so I'll lose 2 damage. I'm gonna choose not to, so then disruption just gives us 2. And then I don't think I took the damage for the poison, so in case I didn't, we'll just mark it. Okay. Let's, think I'm good with my stuff, so we'll fight that guy. Okay, we've got... I'm going to keep that and roll everything else. I'm going to roll everything else. Okay. So, we've got this. We're going to do spider reflexes. It says roll 2 dice and deal damage equal to the number total amount rolled. If the final value is 5 or less, gain a combo. 6, which just clears this off. And then I think I'm good on my turn. I think that's it. So we're going to end our go. We'll roll this. Okay. So he activates, he deals 4 to us, and we take a poison. Or a burn, I mean. I'm just going to take the hit. I'm not going to spend the momentum. Okay. And then this activates, giving us a poison and 2 damage. Okay. We move here, take the 3+ damage. We draw a card, get our CP. We take 4. I'm going to play Milkshake to, for 1 CP to heal 3. We'll play Getting Paid to give us 2 CP. Come on, I'm like knocking stuff over. There we go. And then, so this is what we have so far. I think we're going to hold off to our hand. We're going to spend 1 momentum for Dagger. So Dagger comes in, and once per during your roll phase, we can exhaust. We can spend 2 momentum to make the attack undefendable. And then we can plus exhaust to spend to gain a shield and add 2 damage as an attack modifier. So I'm just going to hold on to her. And then we're going to roll against this guy. I need to do 8 damage. Well, and there's... Do I want to do that? I need to do 8 damage. I can get +3 off of this. Well, this is 5. I think we just keep it here. We do that. We spend this. We deal 8 damage total, and then we get a combo. So combo, if your offensive roll results in an attack, you may spend this token at the conclusion of your opponent's defensive roll. If spent, and immediately target the same opponent with an additional offensive roll. Okay. So he's defeated. We get 2 momentum. And then he's saved. Is that Matt Murdock? Blind guy in the Daily Bugle. He's saved, so that's gone. Okay. Then we have a combo. Nice. Okay, let's roll. Okay, we take a poison and take 2 collateral. We have to discard a card. We'll discard Invisible Punch, I think. Okay. And then Argo. So we're going to move, and I've got to clear that guy, and I've also got to save that lady. But I've got to get around there in order to get the water. Put out the fire. Okay. I think we just come up here. We've got time to save this guy. So let's move over here and get the 3 momentum. We'll put this water out. Or use that water to put the fire out. And then we're going to target this guy here. Oh, I have to draw my cards and take my damage. So I take 5 damage. Holy cow. Okay. And then I'll play this again, 2 CP. Okay, I've got a lot of these statuses I got to deal with. Okay, so we've done that. Let's see. I've got no way of getting rid of statuses, do I? Can I clear him in one turn? Let's save this and we'll... Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I've got 6. Hold on, I got this. We're going to do this. So we're going to keep this. This is going to do a large straight. We're going to activate this by spending 2 momentum. It's going to make the attack undefendable, so we go through the shield. So it's going to do 9 damage total from the shield. We'll draw a card, inflict webbing. He takes 9. Then, do I want to activate my combo? So we'll activate combo, which gives us 1 additional offensive roll. Okay. Which we can do 5 damage, or we can do, or 4 damage, or we can do 5 damage to get a combo back. And I think we're going to do the 5 damage for the combo back. So this doesn't go all the way away, I think. Or how does the defense work? Shield. During defensive roll, a player with this may spend 1 or more shields to prevent it. After, wait. After using boss defense, all enemies would spend shield necessary to prevent up to damage all. Okay, so he loses both of these, and then, yeah, he prevents as much as... Yeah, okay. And then I spend 2 on my second main phase for punch, 2. And then I think that's my go. Oh, that does additional 2 damage when I inflict it. Okay. Okay, so the green thugs attack. They're going to hit me for 9, and then the Mr. Negotiator, he's taken out, so we're not going to worry about that. So the green thugs are going to attack me for 9 damage. We are going to... Oh, I'm going to take so much damage from all the status effects I have. We're going to do Counter Punch. So I do 2 damage back to him. He's defeated, but we still take the 9. I get 2 momentum. And then he's defeated. And then we move to Crisis Clock. Okay. So our go, we're going to move down to here to draw 2 cards. We're going to take 5 damage. Man, that is tough. And then, yeah, we draw 2 cards. And then we do this and draw a card. I really got to find a way to get rid of these statuses on me. I think I'm kind of dead. I don't think I really have an option. So actually, you know what? I'm going to do a bit of a mulligan. I'm going to put both those back. And instead of going there, we're going to go here and move a status from ourselves, and we're going to move the burn. And I'm going to go back up 2 health. Because I think, otherwise, I think I'm cooked. We're going to spend 1 for web shooters to web this guy. It's going to deal 2 damage to him. And then the next attack we do is undefendable, which wouldn't really matter, but he doesn't have any shield. Okay. We're going to keep that. We'll re-roll. We're going to keep those 2. We're going to re-roll. Okay, those are 3 rolls. We're going to spend 3 CP to change the value of any 2 dice. So these get changed to 6s. That gives us Venom Shockwave. We get an invincibility. We inflict a webbing, which stack limits 1, and then we deal 13 damage. So he goes down to 4. Then we're going to activate this to deal 2 additional damage and gain a shield. And then we're going to activate our combo. So if your offensive roll resulted in an attack, you may spend this to at the conclusion of your opponent's to do one more offensive roll. Okay. And then with that, we are going to do Spider Reflexes. We roll 2 dice. Gives us 8. He's defeated. So he's gone. We get a momentum. We get 2 momentum. And I'm going to spend 2 momentum for Cloak. So Dagger went away, Cloak. Gain a shield on Recruit. And then once per round, you may add range to your defense ability without spending momentum. And then we can spend 2 to prevent all damage from an incoming attack. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, we're good. So we'll roll. No one activates, but we do take 2 damage and a poison, which we're full on poison, so we're good there. Crisis Clock moves. This moves 1 on the hostage track. This moves 2 on the hostage track because I forgot about that guy. And then each gain a shield. Okay, I've got to get rid of this poison here. So we're going to move here to draw 2 cards. No, we'll move here to get the 2 CP. We'll save this so the fire is now out. Then we're going to take 3 damage, draw a card, get our CP. I think I die, right? Like, I have no way of getting rid of these statuses. So I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I think I'm dead. Man, that was a rough go at it because I got the Goblin Gas so many times. That was so rough. The stack limit's 3. That's so much damage every turn. And I don't have a way to heal. Well, we'll just play this out until I'm dead. Okay, we're going to fight this dude here. Let's keep those and re-roll. We roll these 2. It's a 2 and a 5. We can do this and deal 7, but that takes care of his shield. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think we've lost. Okay. Yep, we gain invisibility. Or yeah, we gain invisibility. I can discard invisibility to do 3 more damage, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. They're gonna go. He attacks for 9. I don't have a way to prevent all that damage, so I'm just dead. So they killed me. Spider-Man's dead. That's gonna be the playthrough. Unfortunately, we didn't make it out. I just got poisoned really quickly, and I guess I don't know how to deal with that because that's just a lot of damage. Early on, between the poison and the burn, I just took so much damage. So then the other side of this is, of course, Green Goblin. So I'll just take a look at his side. Show you guys that before we pick everything up. And there's Green Goblin, and he gets Flight, and which he can use immediately, which I think makes it harder to attack him or something. So anyway, that's going to be it. We didn't end up winning the game, but that's okay. Sometimes works out that way. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you guys want to see some more of this game, please let me know. If you guys want to see any heroes in particular or any scenarios in particular, please let me know, and we'll make it happen. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.